Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone notice me smash this into my face in the middle of that song?
Yeah,
That hurt.
Try to get the piano in it. Everybody smile. It's a video.
Oh, you should have.
Let's go.
It's hard for me to say I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. That's it.
So what do you do for a living?
I work at Walmart.
Because you do the wrong thing.
Such an amazing voice.
That was beautiful.
I wanted this saying, but like it's not logical, but it's not logical. Like
It's logical.
Everybody just like tries to sing, and there's always somebody like with a better voice than you, or like, cause I get nervous too, and then that makes it bad. Like I have horrible stage fright.
You ever heard of The Voice?
Yes.
You should go on it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Something happened in our community here in Sarasota that is like boggling my mind. So I guess I want to start out saying like a couple of the beliefs that I have before I get into the story, and then my reaction to the story and what's happened afterwards. I do agree that people should legally be able to possess weapons if they pass the proper checks to get them. I know in a lot of states there are strenuous things you have to do to get weapons. In some states like Florida, getting a gun is much easier. With that being said, what happened was there's this team that I used to coach for, Sarasota Crew. They're a rowing team, and they row out of South Sarasota, like in the Osprey area. So I coached for this team for a year and a little bit more. I would continue coaching for them if my car was still working. And they're kids. They're rowers. Their sport requires a little bit of noise, and it's not an obnoxious level or a bad level, though. They're not bad kids. They don't do things that damage property or do things stupid. I mean, every kid does, but out of most teenagers that I know, they're really, really well behaved. And this woman has always had issue with just the team being there. It's right next to her property, and she doesn't like it. So there have been altercations before, but on this day, Monday, she ended up grabbing a gun and pointing it at some of these rowers. They're like kids. She's pointing a gun at kids. I wasn't there, so I can't say exactly the reason, but because they're loud and because she feels like they don't belong there and she's tired of them being there. At least that's what the story was portrayed to me. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong about her reasoning, but it seems to be the reason. And as bad as that was, I learned some details that I'm not going to share because I don't know if they're entirely accurate, so I'm not going to share that. With that story, people were actually defending her. Now, I'm talking about local people. I'm not talking about trolls on the internet. People were actually defending her and saying those kids are obnoxious and they feel entitled and all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, how can somebody just say like, oh, that's great. If a teenager is being obnoxious, point a gun at him because that's a smart thing to do. Ridiculous. It blew my mind that people were defending her. I'm not trying to get political. I'm not trying to get like super deep or anything because that's not how my vlogs really go. But it just boggles me and it blows my mind that people think stuff like that's okay. It just makes you want to go out there and try to change as many people as possible. It really does. It just blows my mind. I found something when I was exporting a video that helped me reduce the file size by like 10. So now it's gonna take like no time to like export it to my computer and then upload it to YouTube. So I'm not gonna have to worry about like horrible internet speeds, because it'll still take maybe an hour or two to upload, but it'll upload. If it's 10 times smaller, I can do a couple at home. They don't all have to be done at school. So I can try to get those out to you sooner and sooner.